and welcome back. We are today cooking a birthday treat for my husband who's turning 34. So happy birthday, Matt. And it's called Matt's Birthday Brownie Surprise. This is a healthy dessert alternative. It's really a good dessert, but it's packed with nutritious ingredients and there's really nothing bad in it. There's no sugar other than the sugar that you're going to get in the raisins and in the banana. There's a little tiny bit of kind of sweet taste to the coconut oil, which we're using today, virgin coconut oil. And when you buy coconut oil, it's solidified. So in this recipe, we're going to melt it. You can either melt it over the stove or in the microwave, which I actually, I'm not a big proponent of microwave, so I prefer the stovetop, but I've already gone ahead and melted that for us today. And so just to start out, we're going to put some of these ingredients into this is a Vitamix. You can use a regular blender if you want. It may just not turn out quite as smooth, but it's still going to turn out pretty good. So this is a can of kidney beans that have been rinsed, and I just got organic kidney beans from Whole Foods. And you want to make sure that you get the organic ones because sometimes the unorganic ones have that nasty plastic coating on the inside and that can kind of seep into your foods and it's bad for you. So anyway, this is the kind of kidney beans I got. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that can in recycling. So 1 can of kidney beans thoroughly rinsed and washed with water. And we're going to go ahead and put 2 eggs in here. Try to be sure not to get any shell because they're kind of hard to fish out the shell once you've got it in a tall blender like this. So I think I did a pretty good job. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and put in the 2 cups of raisins. I forgot to mention that this whole recipe will be on Kirsten Stevenson LAC, and I forgot to mention that I soaked these raisins in boiling water for about 3-4 minutes just to kind of soften them up and give them a little bit of a softer, meatier texture, which we want. So we're going to put those in there. And we're going to put in the banana. And we're going to go ahead and blend this up at low speed. It's going to get kind of loud, so just bear with me. We're going to blend this for about 2 minutes. Okay, so now we have that blend into a smooth mixture that we're just going to kind of leave in the blender for right now. We're going to go ahead and mix some of our dry ingredients. So here we have 1 cup of brown rice flour. And you can usually get that at like Whole Foods, Henry's, Jimbo's, any of those places that have a little bit healthier food alternatives or food choices. So we're going to put that in. And here what I did is, this is 3 tablespoons of ground chia seeds. And the chia seeds, when they're mixed with water or liquid, are going to make kind of like a gelatin. So this is going to make it for much more moist of a brownie cake. And what I did here is I took your whole chia seeds and I ground them up in a coffee grinder, coffee grinders are like $10, so it's a really great cheap thing that you can get to use to ground up your flaxseed if you want to put that in oatmeal, or if you want to ground up your sesame seeds to sort of add flavor to things. So it's a great purchase to just have in your kitchen. Like I said, it's $10. So we're going to put 3 tablespoons of ground chia seeds in here, and then we're going to put our you can either use cocoa powder or like cacao powder or carob powder. Personally, I think a lot of people probably prefer, if you want like a chocolatey, a rich dark chocolatey mix, probably prefer the cacao powder, but I'm using carob powder, which is because that's all I had. So my husband probably actually would like the cacao powder better. But you can use either or. And then we're just going to kind of go ahead and mix that together. You can put like a little pinch of Celtic sea salt or some kind of salt in this too. So we're going to go ahead and just mix this dry ingredients together. Okay, so now we've got our dry ingredients that we just sort of whisked together. And we're going to add about a little bit more than a half a cup. I guess it's kind of like 3/4 of a cup of coconut oil to that. And then we're going to just add some water to that. We're going to mix this together, but it might be a little too dry. So we're just going to add water to moisten to the right texture. So we're just going to kind of mix that together. This takes a little while to kind of get it because it's, whew. I'm going to watch out with your whisking. Not over whisk, like I just did. Okay, so now it's starting to get that kind of browny, fudgy texture. And now we're going to add our blended mixture to this. And it's got that that nice creamy texture to it. I'm just going to kind of spatula that out there. Okay, so one of the things, as I was putting this in the dish, I realized that it's much, it should be a much creamier consistency than it is right now. And one of the things with making up your own recipes and doing all of your own cooking so that you can have the best whole food ingredients is that you get to be really creative. So as soon as I saw that this wasn't really the right texture and the right consistency, I decided I needed to add a little bit of something to make it kind of creamier and thicker, because I don't want those chia seeds to dry out. So I'm going to add in probably about half a can of this coconut milk. And whenever you buy the coconut milk like this at the store, not the light but the regular, it starts, the top of the can is like this. It's kind of got that really thick, more like coconut butter, or the immature coconut, like you get more like the Thai coconut versus the mature coconut, which looks like that the one that you bite and can kind of crunch into. So we're going to take a bunch of this top part, kind of get it down to where we get some of that juice at the bottom. And now we're going to pour in just about 3 tablespoons of that juice. And now we're going to go ahead and mix this together and see if we got the consistency just a little bit smoother and creamier. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and spoon that in. And I added just about a pinch of the Celtic sea salt to the mixture right before I'm putting it in right now. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and put this in the oven at 350 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes, and I'm going to come back and show you how to frost it in a little bit.